Welcome back to With Disadvantage. I am your host. It's
So,
me. It's
so
Jay. I'm back
actually,
again.
real fast, we're gonna do away with the With Disadvantage brand, so we might as well start here. You're gonna get your own podcast feed for Tales from Lumiere.
Yeah.
So, this is just Tales from Lumiere, part of the Chefcast network. Much simpler now.
But Chev, what is happening to the With Disadvantage brand?
I'm glad you asked, Bunsen. We decided that the YouTube channel, we broke all the shows out into their own playlists. I'm catching up on organizing everything. The With Disadvantage feed fell behind anyway, and so it's just been confusing because it's like, oh, we're Tales from the Mirror on With Disadvantage, which is part of the Chevcast network. It was just, so we're just gonna get rid of it. Just get rid of that extra step and make individual feeds.
The fractal feed.
If you want to still follow us, we'll pay attention. Our Discord will share the links to all the feeds and stuff if you're in the Discord. Yada yada yada. Everything is going to be much more organized. Chefcast.tv is actively being worked on, so we'll have links to everything there when it's finished. So anyway,
Chev,
for now,
where can the audience click on a link to join the Discord?
on Chefcast.tv.
Smash that motherfucking like button if you too enjoy less confusing podcast networks. Anyway,
but Chev, where can all these alcoholic beverages contact us that sponsor us?
All right, let Jay go.
So, as you just heard, this isn't With Disadvantage anymore. This is just Tales from Lumiere. But
Jay, where is Lumiere? I'm
gonna break your fucking neck. Fucking
be hard because he's like 70.
Fucking gonna astral plane my ass over there. You won't even see it coming. So joining me is the aforementioned man with a soon-to-be broken neck, Bunsen, playing good old Louie McCracken.
I thought it was niche.
Oh, I'm just gonna turn your whole skeletal system to dust at this rate. We've got the our lovable patron Chev.
Hello.
He's playing Rum. I should have clarified that. Man, this is just a great intro, everybody. We've got Cloaking Device playing Locke. And we've got Bryn playing Leaf.
Yo.
And we've got Rainbow playing Mimic.
Hello.
Alright, so on the last episode, you completed the labyrinth underneath the ruined fortress. And you have just unlocked a gigantic door. So...
What was it? That dragon thing that just opened the door for us? What was her name again?
The...
Fidget?
Yeah, Fidget, the gigantic dragon / mushroom colony / monster, had smashed the door open for you and is laying in a broken heap in front of front of the door.
So, does he have anything in his pockets?
I don't think he has pockets.
It doesn't have pockets. Also, it wouldn't have anything in them anyway.
I'm also pretty sure
maybe some mushroom spores.
Probably not dead either. This has happened a few times.
Yeah, it's kind of, you can see it kind of shifting and shaping, kind of reconstituting itself.
What do we see immediately looking into the doorway?
Immediately within the doorway, as you peer in, you see a room that should not be as big as this room is. It appears to be some kind of like spatial magic. The walls are bookcases that go higher up than you can see. And in the center is a enormous column of the mushrooms. Like, let me draw this out real quick, but it's an enormous column of what appears to be the same type of spores. Let me give that line a second try here.
I was gonna say, oh, there it is.
Just kind of freeballing this, like a huge column of mushrooms going all the way up to the ceiling you can't see.
So, by column mushrooms, you mean like mushrooms growing on a pillar, or
no? It appears to be a solid mass of these spores going all the way up.
Coincidentally, these spores aren't like filling our lungs or anything, are they?
No, they're just they're just kind of lingering around.
That's convenient.
It's almost like they, are sentient or something. Speaking of, once the door is open and the creature lands in a slump, you hear a voice. Ah, visitors, it has been some time.
Hello, who's there?
You won't find anyone else here. I am within this. I've lost the plot on what shape this colony has taken, but I imagine
I think
it's
it's
quite
called a
large.
cylinder.
Ah. Regardless, it has been centuries since anyone has set foot in the labyrinth. I wonder what brings you here.
Well, saving
But
the
we
world, the
gather the
usual stuff.
same thing as last time.
If you were sent here by funeral, then I'm afraid you'll have to leave.
No, quite the opposite, actually. We're trying to stop funeral from destroying the world or something.
Then it would seem our goals are at least somewhat aligned. You may call me Epitaph. I am... Well, I don't know of the conundrums of the outside world, but I was Funeral's firstborn daughter. Hundreds, if not thousands of years ago. I wonder how many years exactly it has been. It becomes difficult to keep track. You may have seen Fidget here. She is, I hesitate to say, a creation of mine. It is a difficult to explain story, but regardless, that you are here means that you are likely seeking what lies to my left.
Where are you and where's your left?
It would be like to the left of the pillar, from relative to where you are, like right here.
Oh,
Is that the right?
actually, I think that's all right.
So,
It's my left. Okay, fuck you.
There.
All right, to her right then. And if you were to look there, do you want to look there?
Yes.
You would see a withered corpse of what looked to have once been a dragonborn, with a glowing sword impaled through the chest of it.
I've been waiting to do this so long.
That's
I'm gonna
funeral's corpse,
cast.
isn't it?
I'm gonna cast Speak with the Dead on it.
I don't think funeral's soul is there.
I don't tell you that. So
Not true. Never, I don't say that then.
How exactly does Speak with the Dead work?
let's see. It doesn't require a soul. It just says it brings like a corpse of your choice within range, allowing it to answer questions you pose. The corpse must still have a mouth and can't be undead.
This sounds like a DMing headache.
If I'm not mistaken, it's only yes or no questions, but I'm not entirely certain. Let me double check.
no, but it doesn't return its soul to its body, so... And it's under no compulsion to offer a truthful answer, necessarily.
Yeah. So you cast Speak with Dead on it, and the corpse kind of shudders, but it doesn't really seem to be alert.
Now it says I have 5 questions. And I guess it ends after that, or the duration of 10 minutes. I'm gonna say, can you hear us?
The corpse doesn't respond. You likely won't get anything out of the corpse. I've tried the same thing. Thankfully, thoughts are something that are only stored within biomass. The electrons within a brain, it's something that can be copied. Everything within Funeral's intellect at the time of her death exists within my... I hesitate to say form, but...
Just to be clear, you are the cylinder of mushroom mass, right?
I exist symbiotically with it, to say. When I was trapped down here, despite being a draconic aspect, I knew that I would not live forever. So I looked to ways of survival. I found this type of mushroom that was surviving down here without any food or water, and found that it subsisted off of the thoughts of other beings that had died down here. Given my particular magical skills, I knew that I would have enough thoughts and intellect for it to feed on to keep me alive for a lifetime. Eventually, the spores and I formed a type of symbiotic relationship. My physical form I left behind, but eventually I found another use for it. Fidget and I began as equals, exact copies of one another, but we knew that if she were to lay outside and protect this chamber from anyone who would attempt to do me harm, she would eventually lose herself in the labyrinth. So we sealed the door with a puzzle that anybody could solve, but perhaps someone who had lost themselves would not so easily be able to do. I thank you for returning her to me. Perhaps I can help her, either peacefully pass or bring her back to what she once was.
I must say, those were some gnarly traps on some of those chests.
Oh, I mean, if you could bring her back to what she once was, I mean, she could be a real help to our party.
Actually, on that note, how did you make those traps?
If you're referring to something outside these walls, I had nothing to do with it. It was likely her own design.
Oh, that's impressive, I think.
Here, allow me to see what she'd done. A tendril of the mushrooms reaches out and just sits atop her brain. Ah.
Would they detect that the suggestion spell is in effect?
Yeah.
Okay.
I see. A coercion. She'd been gone longer than I thought. The traps you speak of were another form of the Spores and I's relationship. She likely stored those memories away in an attempt to guide those who would come down here towards me, perhaps towards an ally.
I apologize about the magical coercion. Can't be too careful with
You
life-threatening beasts, you know?
You need not be. I can tell that she was more of a threat to you than to anything. It was her purpose, and I won't fault her for it, but I won't fault you for doing what you had to make it here.
So you can be able to... Are you going to be able to restore her?
Perhaps. It will take some time, though. The restoration of thought is a careful process. Even if I have had over 1,000 years to perfect it, and it had worked on myself, I am a special case. My draconic aspect allows me a certain leeway with these things, but when working on others, it can be a delicate procedure. Humanity is very fragile.
In the meantime,
I might ask.
Oh.
Go ahead, Bunsen.
Oh, my token is locked.
Why is your token locked?
I don't know.
There you go, champ.
Alright. In the meantime, I'm just gonna casually walk over towards the corpse, just look at it.
What was your question?
I might ask, which aspect are you?
I was born the draconic aspect of intellect. As the child of the hero of Guile, the divines sought it important for this rising intellect among the sentient beings to create a draconic aspect of the intellect of humanity. As such, I was born a creature capable of, and more than likely being, the smartest being on Lumiere at the time. As it stands now, I have no authority as to say whether or not I am the smartest being living, and my state of being living is questionable at best. But I will say, my intellect is vast enough to have kept me alive on this thought-consuming mushroom for, well, I don't know how many years it has been, but certainly more than 1,000.
It's current year.
After then. Oh. Well, it's been even longer than I thought.
On that note, you formed a symbiotic relationship with these mushrooms in order to survive down here, right?
Correct.
Well, if there's to be a way out sometime now or in the near future, what's your plan? Are you just going to stay here?
I have been working on a few plans. It's difficult to work on too many plans, though. If I am to leave, the colony would die, and I do not wish that upon it, for it has been a great ally. So I am working on a way for at least part of it to become mobile with me.
What if Fidget leaves?
The flesh is weak. It is not able to carry enough of the colony for it to subside. It would die within a matter of years. And For anybody that is not the aspect of intellect, the thought-stealing powers of the thought spore is dangerous. It could prove fatal in a matter of minutes.
So this corpse here, it has the aforementioned sword in it, right?
Yes.
What's the sword like?
The sword is ornate looking. The handle is gold and kind of greenish. The blade itself appears almost ethereal, a greenish metal with various runes inscribed into it. And there is a eye-like pommel on the end.
Uh-oh. You just said there's gold on this.
I actually have a question.
What's your question?
How did you get down here, and why is there another corpse of funeral here?
That corpse of funeral is the original corpse, when she was initially struck down by my good friend Soul. Her still living body was laid to rest here. It was only a matter of luck that one of Lord Blacksmoke's draconic lackeys wandered down here, and she was able to use her recently perfected soul transferal ability.
So I think we heard from someone that maybe if her body's destroyed, so was that what we heard?
It was something about the sword binding the body and the soul to the mortal coil.
You did not answer how you came down here.
Why you're here.
I
was sent down here by my mother. My intellect proved to be a weakness. It made me too logical, made me unable to see past my own feelings. It made me ignore fallacies and find logical pathways to explain my mother's actions even after Soul had killed her once. But by the time I had realized her atrocities were getting out of hand, it was too late. She had instructed me to come down here to guard this incredibly important aspect of her power, but she had sealed me inside, realizing that if I had realized something, I could be a threat to her. She betrayed me and locked her own child down here.
So do you intend to help us be a threat to her now?
I intend to help as much as I can, but I am unable to leave currently. Unless something drastic happens.
Then if you must not leave, then your intellect will have to suffice, your knowledge.
That is
what
true.
do you know about being able to strike down Funeral in her current state?
I am aware that her current state is based on the magic of the Fiend, and of souls. That sword there is a powerful artifact. It is a weapon that is great at striking down evil souls. It is probably why Soul tried to use it. Now that I come to think of it, Soul having a weapon that destroys souls is a literary conundrum. Perhaps when I log this down, when I once again have hands to write with, I will choose to use a different word. Essence, perhaps.
I would be careful with that. That's how bad history gets taught.
So out of curiosity, do you also hate Soul?
Soul was a good friend to me. He was a mentor of sorts. We did not initially favor the same weapon. I've always preferred a long polearm of sorts, but his talent with the broadsword was infectious, and I couldn't help but study it myself.
Oh, well, at least you finally met someone that doesn't hate him.
He was a good man, a kind one, kind beyond his needs. When he saved the world, he refused any payment for it. He simply wished that everybody maintain the peace as long as they could. He even took up a role as the faking patron after the last one was unfortunately slain in the wars. I often wonder what he's been up to in this time.
So, meanwhile, on the sword, you said that the guard thing that was made of gold, right?
It had like the cross guard and the handle had gold ornamentation on it. Yes. You're gonna try to pull the sword out, aren't you?
He's a little tunnel visioned on the gold. He's going to ask, hypothetically, how important are these golden ornaments on the sword?
The sword is likely magical and cannot be taken apart without magical means.
I'm a wizard.
We hear this, right?
Yeah, I'm not trying to hide the discussion or anything.
Oh, okay.
Deconstruction of the sword is likely impossible. I've certainly tried similar things to be able to remove it from its current place, taking it apart and reassembling it once it's free, but alas, I have not had any power, and I can already sense that my magical power far outstrips yours.
Tower, go over there and make sure that sword stays in one piece.
Yeah, I've been looking for something to do that doesn't involve this. I can sense your hostility towards me, and I can sense that it is based on my mother, and for that I apologize. Yeah.
To be
So,
fair, she is as much a victim as everyone else of Funeral's behavior.
so what you're saying is I can't get the gold from the sword.
Not unless you pull the whole thing out, I'd wager.
May I? I motion to I do motion that says that I would like to attempt to.
You can certainly try.
I'll step
Once
forward
again,
and attempt to.
Once again, I remind you,
Alright,
gold is meaningless if you are dead.
give me a strength check, Bunsen.
I've heard that many times, it's never deterred me. Strength check, you said?
Yeah.
Okay,
Like to see this.
that
And
is 17 minus 2, so 15.
Well, hang on. As I say, I'd like to see this. As a bonus action, bardic inspiration.
Okay. I'll add a d6 to that then. Shoot, I don't have a dice on me. Can I pull up? Oh wait, there's dice on the board. That's right. Let me press the d6. So that's 21 then.
Alright. You try, but the sword doesn't budge. Moreover, give me an intelligence saving throw.
Intelligence saving throw. I'm pretty good at that. That is a 22.
Okay. As you pull the sword, you see memories that aren't yours race through your head, but you're able to shake it off and let go of the sword before too much of it rushes into you.
Am I able to tell anything about the memories, or were they so rushing that I didn't really?
The ones you can point out seem to be taking place in a castle and seem to be of this sword's wielder fighting someone.
When I tried to pull the sword, it gave me memories that weren't mine that rushed through my mind.
You're likely experiencing soul's memories. The sword stores the memories of the users past. It is a powerful artifact. It can only be wielded by those pure of heart. It is why Soul had to leave the sword behind when he struck Funeral down. The act of killing his friend tainted his soul, and the sword no longer deemed him worthy of wielding it.
Does it count if my heart is purely devoted to getting gold?
Were you able to pull the sword out of the stone?
Might have budged. It was hard to tell.
It did not.
It probably did not budge.
Well, you seem to have all the luck with golden swords. Why don't you give it a go?
All right. He's gonna.
Did you say you said rum, right?
Yeah, well.
Okay. My headset cut out for a second there.
All right. So Rum's gonna approach and try to pull it out
All right.
with all of his strength. Should I roll a strength check?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, oops! I'm still on Mimic's page. Hold on. Can I do athletics?
You can try, yeah.
Okay. That's 13 plus 8, 21.
Okay. The sword still doesn't budge, but you don't seem to get the same effect that Louie had.
And remind
Did
me
you see
what
all those
happened?
memories?
Louie had memories flash through his mind,
Oh,
but you don't see anything.
Did you see all those memories?
I don't. In your head?
Yeah.
There's nothing in my head, but
Well-
what's normally there?
That's
Curious.
weird.
The sword
Well,
did-
Tower, let's see how much truth you tell us that your daughter is your only concern now. Go on.
I'm not touching that thing.
Why not?
But if your daughter is your only concern, would that not make you pure of heart?
Things I've had to do to protect her weigh on me deeply. Well, I know I wouldn't be able to touch that thing.
We don't know who's the judge. Who's the judge? Actions can be subjective.
Besides, the last thing I want to see is any of that bastard's memories.
Well, let's see if the cocky member of our group can do it.
Before he can even get a chance, I'm just going to walk over and yank on the sword.
I'm gonna stop having you guys
Just
roll.
dead silence.
Leaf, you don't get anywhere with it.
Eh.
Does anyone else get the memories thing?
No. It only happens to you or Locke. Do you try?
I feel like Locke would know that he's not pure of heart.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna
no.
try, not because I think I can do it, but I want to see if I get memories.
Your attempt is unsuccessful, and you do not experience the flashbacks. Interesting. It would seem that only you experienced them.
Does that mean something special?
I'm unsure. I've not had anyone other than myself attempt to pull the sword from the stone before, and I've only attempted it with these connected tendrils of spores, which might not even register as a humanoid wielder. That's why I'm unsure.
You didn't get any of those memories when you tried, did you?
Nope. Tyler, why don't you give it a go? I didn't get any
I
memories.
was asking Mushroom Cylinder.
Power already refused to do so.
Yeah. I did not experience them at all, but again, I am unsure whether or not the sword even registers my attempts as anything. You, though, wizard, come
Yes?
closer.
I'll come closer.
Oop, somebody left. Oh yeah. A spore tendril reaches down. Allow me to view your mind.
Okay. I guess.
The tendril is just going to kind of touch your forehead. Fascinating. I can tell why the sword did what it did.
What
It was
do you
trying
mean?
to impart on you lessons.
Lessons about what?
It would seem this sword is attempting to impart upon those that are particularly unworthy the criterion they would need to meet. It would appear that those who had tried, failed, and did not experience it might be closer, but it appears that the sword deemed you so particularly unworthy that you needed to learn what it meant to be worthy.
Could it spell it out in common?
It seemed to have a particular problem with your reason for wanting the sword. It seems the
Well,
blade could tell your disinterest in actually using it as a weapon and more your interest on the gold laden within it.
I mean,
Perhaps that is the purpose of the rather extravagant design of the blade. I should not note this down.
saving the world is also a reason. It's not just because it has gold, I swear.
Regardless, I am unsure of what to do from here.
Well, can we analyze what exactly the sword is stuck on?
It would be stuck underneath the stone.
You say it has lessons to teach. Well, let it never be said that Locke ever learned a lesson. But instead of trying to pull it out, I'm just going to wrap my hand around it.
Okay. You're gonna need to give me an int saving throw.
Oh, great.
That is bad. That's a +6, so 9.
Okay. So you are imparted with memories that flash slower. It's definitely trying to impart something on you, but this doesn't look like what was described. The man you are seeing appears to be wielding a large wicked scythe. He appears to be standing among Soul, Funeral, and the others, but you can also see him writing things, plotting things. You can see him planning something, and then you see him standing before Funeral. They appear to rush toward each other, and then you take 1d6 psychic damage and are thrown 10 feet backwards.
So you said the
Sweet.
sword is stuck into a sword. The sword is stuck into a stone, right?
Well, it's stuck into a stone underneath the corpse, yes.
All right, great. I'd like to try to hit that stone with a mace.
Take a fat 1 damage.
That's him or me.
Nah, Cloak takes the
Wait.
damage.
Okay.
Alright. Yay for 1 damage.
Your mace certainly impacts the ground, but it doesn't seem to do anything.
So,
Tower, you want to try to hit the stone and break it?
That I will do. Tower rears back, and he goes to strike, and he finds himself stopped. One of the tendrils had reached out and grabbed his arm. Hey, what are you doing? I am unsure. The colony is detecting you as a threat based on your actions. It thinks you are trying to destroy the sword and take it.
No, we're just trying to destroy the stone.
Well, the colony doesn't seem to think that. I don't have any
mean-
control over its actions right now. I don't know what it's doing. A
Well-
tendril reaches out and seems to attach to the back of Fidget's head, reanimating it and making it rise to its full height.
And Louie doesn't notice this and says, "Well, I mean, technically we are trying to take the sword, but that's to save the world.
I
Kind
need
of
everybody to make a
important.
Constitution saving throw.
Everyone?
Yes.
oh boy.
I got
None of my
15.
dice like me today, so
I got a
let's
4.
see how I'm doing today.
Oof. It was an 8.
Who got like the 15?
I got the 15, Louie.
I forget your concentration is stupid high for some reason.
Constitution.
Oh,
This is a
motto in
save,
some ways.
right? Hun, this is a save, right?
Yeah.
+3. I got really lucky. 22.
Oh.
Okay.
I've done nothing but roll 12s off these dice tonight.
So Leaf
We'll
and
fiddle
Louie
with them.
manage to hold their footing, but for everybody else, a shockwave emanates from the central pillar and knocks everybody, including Tower, back against the wall.
I'm in danger. I'm separated from my meat shields.
And as that happens, several tendrils reach out to the corpse, enveloping it. And there's a brief shimmer before the corpse stands up. A large draconoid writhing mass of the mushrooms with the sword in its chest. And it reaches to the chest and pulls the sword out and holds it.
My God, I mean, the sword.
I don't know what it's doing. I think it's attempting to kill you. It's taking severely drastic measures, but you'll have to fight it off. I can't do anything.
Can you kill it off yourself so we don't have to?
I just said I can't do anything.
I assume this is when we roll for initiative.
Yes, this is.
Also, is this not quite cylinder? Is this
Yeah, that's roughly the estimate of the
so? It's not actually like a cylinder.
yeah, it's roughly a cylinder. You can't expect mushrooms to make a perfect cylinder.
Okay, I just want to make sure that basically this part here was actually something we can walk through.
Number 1.
Oh,
Our wizard is with me, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Well, roughly, I'm behind the reanimated corpse from you.
so I got a 7. I mean,
It is fine. I will tank hits for you. I have a 12.
19.
For initiative?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have the highest dex. I just rolled a 5. Like I said, I was rolling with this die, like these dice previously, and I was just not getting anything good. I got one really solid roll on that, and I'm kind of glad I did because I'd rather you not be alone.
Okay, so Cloak got a 19. What was the next one?
I had a 12.
Somebody got like a 15, right?
Who?
Is anyone muted?
Who got what for initiatives?
Haven't heard rum.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I got a 1 plus 6, 7.
I got a 7 as well.
I got a 4. I'm in danger.
So I'm
So
the
do you still
second
have a
highest
roll off?
on this.
No. I'm
At
gonna
12.
assume Rainbow's dex is higher than Chev's.
Mine's 13.
Mine's 11.
Okay, then Chev actually goes first.
The wizard goes last and is in between two dangerous
It's
targets.
Fine. We're fine. I got
Wait.
you, fam.
Uh,
got
so
you,
wait.
homie.
Plus,
So,
it knows
wait.
he wants it go.
What'd
Do
you
I
guys
go
say?
first? I was just gonna say, do I go first
go-
just between me and Rainbow, or first altogether?
Yeah, just between you and Rainbow.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
I was not able to get off mage armor, was I?
It's an at will, so I'll let you say that you did it whilst the mushrooms were taking over the corpse.
I don't know if I would have because I hadn't noticed that. I was too busy talking back to the mushroom cylinder.
No,
going like,
the one in front of you.
Oh, okay,
You definitely would have noticed that.
all right. Because if I didn't get that off, I would have had an armor class of 8.
So Cloak actually goes first.
Fun. All right. So these are 5-foot squares, yeah.
Just about, yeah. The larger squares are 5 feet, yeah.
20. So Locke's going to move forward as he passes Louie. I don't know why, old man, but I appreciate someone with an affinity for gold like you. I'll get in the way this time.
Thank
And
you.
Locke is going to move forward and let's see. He's going to attempt to grab the wrist that's wielding the sword. In doing so.
Okay, so Fidget isn't wielding the sword. The sword wielder is the pawn over here.
Oh, oops.
I should scale the pawn up. I should scale the pawn up to match you guys.
That pawn.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't even see that one. Like
Fidget the monster. First of all, I scaled Fidget up to the relative size. And second of all, Fidget is one entity and the Mushroom Knight is another one.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, then that'll be where I moved instead, because I did tell Louie that I would get in the way. So is going to reach out to the Mushroom Knight and attempt to grab at the wrist that's wielding the sword. As I do so, casting a level 2 inflict wounds.
Alrighty. How exactly does inflict wounds work?
It's going to be a melee spell attack roll from me.
Alrighty. Honey, you need to not look at the screen right now. I may or may not have
Don't you worry, I'm not looking.
That is
Looking
a
up other
19 to hit.
Oh wow, clean through his AC. I'll roll for damage.
For 21 necrotic damage.
21 necrotic damage. The So what? In what form does your inflict wounds take? Is it like astral slashes? Is it like punches? What do you want to do it as?
I want to do it because Locke still doesn't know that he uses magic. So just kind of like a rot spreading from my grip.
Ah, okay. So you can see like the damage it's doing. The colony of spores occupying the corpse seems to wither away and die, and you can actually see the bone underneath as the mushrooms struggle to reform around the rot.
And then, would I be allowed to use my cunning action to attempt to snap that wrist as the bone is exposed?
Tell you what, give me an athletics save. Give me an athletics check.
Athletics check. I can do that. Maybe. We'll find out. That is a 21.
Hot damn. Okay. So your grip is actually strong enough to just like snap the ancient bone, and the arm kind of dangles along the tendrils of spore. The hand clutching the sword kind of flopping about as the sword clinks against the ground.
You are not better than me, Mushroom Man. Turn.
All right, turn. That means it is Leaf's turn.
Oh, good. So I had a plan, and I'm not sure if it's a good plan, but now you're in the way of my plan.
On God, if you summon owls in the mushroom in the mushroom library.
No, it would be rats at this
I mean,
point.
if
Oh,
you
you're
have
gonna
to
dishonor
ask-
this man? You're gonna dishonor this man?
They're gonna eat the mushrooms. No, I was thinking about casting fear.
I'm gonna tell you right now, bad idea.
Okay, spike growth it is then. That's plan B.
Why would you metagame like that? I want to see the bad idea.
Well, the bad idea would have been I cast fear, and it probably would have hit so many people.
It would not only would have hit basically the entire party, it wouldn't have affected either boss, and it just would not have been a fun time. And I'm just gonna
Okay.
say right now, like
Fair enough.
that would have just been either a colossal waste of time or it might have wiped you guys, and I don't want that to happen.
Okay.
I'd rather metagame a little bit than have just such a colossal failure happen.
All right. Where the fuck am I?
This is you.
Okay. And the white one is
That's
who
the
we're
mushroom
dealing with
knight,
right
yeah.
now. Why do we have a big token?
This pawn?
No, the big token.
No, that's Fidget. Were you paying attention? Fidget was reanimated and is also fighting you guys.
Okay, that's the one I'm gonna want to do that on then, because it'll slow. That's the important part.
So you're gonna cast Spike Growth underneath. So how wide is Spike Growth?
It's big. I need to actually
Because,
be a little careful about this.
Fidget is a huge creature, so it's 15 by 15.
I remember how big spike growth is. Hang on, I had it open just a moment ago. I can just go back to it.
20-foot sphere.
Yeah.
20-foot radius. So
20-foot
40 foot.
radius. I want enough space so that way when she moves towards towards our wizard, she has to move through a good chunk of it.
Okay, so something like, say,
But also doesn't hit our wizard, so it just stops.
so you could
shy of him.
start it like right there and kind of like weep like that,
Yeah.
basically.
Approximately, yeah.
So is this area just like covered in thorny bushes now, or what?
Yeah, 20-foot radius, centered on a point within range, twists and sprouts hard spikes and thorns. The area becomes difficult terrain for the duration, so when a creature moves into or within the area, it takes 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet it travels. The transformation of the ground is camouflaged to look natural. Any creatures that can't see the area at the time the spell is cast must make a wisdom perception check against your spell save DC to recognize the terrain as hazardous before entering it. In this case, she's stuck in the middle of it, basically, so she's kind of got to shimmy her way through as much of it as possible. And the important part about that is just kind of it's difficult terrain, so halved movement speed. Then on top of that, damage as they move every 5 feet.
It's like the whole way we gotta run from Arthas and Frozen Throne.
So we're kind of it's just keeping safety. See, I went to fear because I was like, that would be funny. Plus, I'd hit lock, and that would be funnier because I'd get to find out what lock's greatest fear is suddenly.
It's responsibility.
It's being
Damn.
insubordinate.
Let me check Hunter's Mark
Also
really quick,
accurate.
because I can't remember Hunter's Mark. It works exactly. Because the TD4 thing, like that. Phone, please load the fucking Hunter's Mark thing. I swear to God. Yeah, that requires concentration, so I can't even use my Hunter's Mark. So I'm just kind of like making sure we can keep her from moving into the fight too quickly. Alright. I guess that's my turn. Don't get me wrong, I drop concentration at any time, but like...
Alright, so now it is the Spore Knight's turn. So the Spore Knight, the white pawn.
Okay.
Alright, so the Spore Knight is going to spend its bonus action, reaching down and snapping its wrist into place. The mushrooms reforging the bond there. It doesn't actually heal any damage. And it is going to open its draconic mouth and use a breath weapon attack. So from both Locke and Louie, I need a DC 15 dexterity throw.
Uh-oh. Need a saving throw?
Yeah, DC 15.
Ooh, 15. With my mind, it was like, well, I'm definitely not making this.
That's a dirty 20.
Nice. You both pass, so you'll take half of this damage. All right, you both take 9 necrotic damage as the Spore Knight opens its mouth and wheezes a poisonous shroom air towards you. Just
Where is it? Reaction. Actually, no, never mind. Actually, yeah.
It's only 9 damage. I wouldn't blow that.
Yeah, but it's the reaction. It's a reaction anyway. So.
Oh yeah, it's a reaction. Yeah, I thought it was a once per combat thing.
No. So yeah, reaction, have the damage. So take 4.
Yeah, take 4. Louie takes 9. Thankfully, Louie has a gajillion HP because he's got like 18 fucking constitution.
So wizard.
Yes.
Yeah, I wouldn't say muscle wizard, more like
Or, yeah,
cardio wizard.
Cardio wizard.
He's stamina.
Well, you got to do something to run from all those guards you stole gold from.
Well, his constitution is high because he's very, very stubborn.
All right. That is the Spore Knight's turn. So now it is Tower's turn. So Tower is going to run up. You're going to say, "This is going to be some fun catharsis for me." And he is going to take a running sprint into it with his shield. Get him. Oh, got him. Alright, now I have to make the Spore Knight roll a con saving throw. Does it have advantage on con? No, it does not. So this is just going to be +2 on the saving throw.
So what do you have to roll? What kind of saving throw do you have to roll after eating Taco Bell?
That's probably a Constitution throw. Butthole Constitution. Alright, so the bash is successful, but the Spore Knight plants its feet and doesn't move. But it does take 3d6. It's a solid 12 damage. This guy's starting to hurt a little bit. Alright, but that is all Tower's got. After Tower is Rum.
All right, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. So, I'm trying to decide. Let me look at the field. So how far am I from the boss? The boss is here.
Yeah.
All right, Rum's going to try something different. He is going to cast a firebolt. So he's going to
Oh,
stand
yeah, you
back
can do
watching the
that.
action. And yeah. And that is a 16 to hit.
That'll hit.
And 15 damage.
That's a lot. Is that a max roll?
Yeah, it's a 2 plus a 5 plus an 8. 3d10.
Not bad. All right. That's a considerable amount of damage on the Spore Knight.
Wow, I didn't know I had that in me.
All right. It is now Epitaph's turn, and Epitaph is the spore column, and she is simply going to say, "I have an idea, but I don't know if it'll work. I'll need time. You just need to buy time."
Can you put a token down for her?
She's the giant circle in the middle of the board.
I have 2 attacks.
Oh yeah, you do. I forgot about that.
Sorry. The second one
all
is
right,
a 20. Not natural.
All right, second one's a 20. That'll definitely hit.
13 damage.
Okay. So the spore colony that actually changes what happens on the next turn.
Sorry.
Your fire damage. No, it's fine. I forgot. But the Spore Knight actually seems to be completely incinerated by the last blow. The mushrooms wither away and fall off, and the skeleton falls to the ground. But
Skeleton's not so tough.
all right. And then I need another Constitution saving throw from everybody standing around it.
Does that include me?
You or no?
That is everybody aside from Rum and Mimic.
Oh boy.
Oh.
So con
It
save.
is a 10 for Locke.
10 from me.
Honey?
Hang on. A9 because my dice hate me tonight, I guess.
It's okay.
I'm sorry, dice.
Everybody is blown back again. No damage.
I went that way?
Yeah, it's coming from the mushroom
Oh, right.
killer. And the tendrils reform the Spore Knight, and it stands up once more. It's going to keep doing this. I don't know if this is a battle we can win. I need to work on a plan. I have an idea, but it's going to take time.
We can buy you time, Aspect. Just get moving. Or thinking, as the case may be.
I'll try my hardest. So after that, it defaults to Rainbow's turn.
So I'm gonna cast Summon Celestial.
Ooh.
And I want it to be in the Defender mode.
Okay. So let me get a Celestial token for you.
I'm gonna be sending you the stats. I think this is stats. Oops, wrong window.
Celesteela?
Is that all the stats you need?
Yep, that should be good.
You probably need something with my spell thing on it or something?
Yeah,
or-
you need the attacks. What are its actions?
Oh.
Well, no, you dictate the actions. You'll just tell me what it is. I just need this stuff for the defensive purposes. So yeah.
Alright.
And the
I'll do
angel
that.
goes right after you, right?
Yeah. Oops, wrong window again. You don't need my Any stats of mine? Because I think it goes by some of mine.
I can just ask for you if it's relevant.
It goes by the higher stat rate because I'm casting at level 6.
So what's this new thing that's being spawned? That's named Celesteela for some reason?
It's a celestial,
Ah, okay.
a defender celestial.
I believe I don't think I have anything else to do this time for myself. No.
Like for the celestial, it's like I got you, homie.
And it's going to so the radiant mace, that's something you can do over and over again.
More than likely, yes.
Oh, that needs a my spell attack modifier. How do I get that?
It means spell attack mod. So that would just be like what you would add to the spell to a spell attack.
Of level 6?
Yeah.
So it's like,
So like
plus
if you were
8.
to use a spell attack, all right. So it would be that plus 8.
That's the hit, right? Not the damage.
Yeah, that's to hit. Yes.
All right, yeah, that's plus 8. So it's going to use that radiant mace on the bone thingy. I can't remember tomb. Funeral is a corpse.
All right. So
Do I roll or do you roll?
it's your entity. You can roll.
All right, let me figure out how to roll. It's like it's a D20 plus 8. Is that it?
Oh shoot!
Yeah.
This is late, but I just remembered something.
What?
I took damage, so I'm supposed to have rolled a Constitution saving throw. See if I lost concentration on suggestion.
Meh. Well,
18 plus 8.
The suggestion broke a while ago.
Did it?
Yeah.
So that's 8.
When Fidget was reanimated, it broke the suggestion because Fidget is no longer a sapient being.
Oh,
18 plus 8.
18 plus 8.
Mhm.
All right. Yep, that'll hit. So roll for damage.
And that's 1d10 plus 3.
Boom.
So that's 8.
All right, 8 damage.
And then anyone need any healing?
I mean, I got hit for 9, but I'm good. I
Oh,
think.
okay. So it can see the old wizard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to roll 1d10 to heal it.
I mean, I'm okay. Like if
It's
you're
like,
expending something to heal me, I don't think it's necessary.
It's an automatic thing. Like if I hit someone, I get it.
Oh, okay.
You heal for 9.
Oh, sweet. I'm full health again. Thank you.
And that's gonna do it. Yeah, I think that ends its turn, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Right, so after Rainbow, it is Bunsen's turn.
About the comment on Celesteela, at least it's no land or Asterion.
It's about as bad.
Anyway, so I have an idea. I don't think you're gonna like it though, Jay.
When do I ever? Let it rip.
I mean, you seem to like the suggestion idea.
The suggestion idea made me redesign an entire boss fight, but continue.
So, can I inform you of a spell that I got from a perk?
What's the spell you got from a perk, Bunsen?
It's called Polymorph. You might have heard of it.
What are you gonna polymorph, Bunsen?
I would like to attempt to cast Polymorph on Fidget.
You know what? You can certainly try.
Okay. So, this will require a Wisdom saving throw to avoid the effect.
Okay.
Wait, hang on a second. I did read that right? Based on what the perk says, basically it gives me. It's called Shape Changer. At 10th level, you add the Polymorph spell to your spell book if it is not there already, and you can cast it without spending a spell slot, but only if it's on yourself and for CR of 1 or less. But
Yeah,
it should
but you
be
can-
in my.
Yeah, no, you can
spell
just
book.
cast it. You can just cast
Okay.
it. But like, if you want to spend it without a spell slot, you'd have to cast it on yourself. So this is going to cost you a spell slot.
Yes. I was confused because I pressed the use button on D&D Beyond and it just blacked itself out, implying that I can only cast it in that condition.
Okay, so you need a Wisdom throw.
Yes, from Fidget.
That's not good.
Yeah,
But Fidget has immutable form.
Let me look that up real quick.
It basically means it's immune to anything that would attempt to alter its form.
I love how you rolled anyway.
Immutable.
Also, that would give it. Oh, never mind. Sorry. That's
Well,
just
yeah.
for golems specifically.
Man, when I was designing this boss, I thought that was the least important thing I could give it.
So basically, that spellcasting was wasted, is what you're saying.
I just kind of wanted to use that as a thing. I'll let you say that was a bonus action and try a real spell. I wanted that to be because of the you guys didn't like when I just gave that last one out. I'll say that happened, but I'll let it be a bonus action. You can do a real action now because I wanted to get that across.
Okay. So Louie noticed that it didn't seem to work, so he's going to shift his focus. And I'll be honest, I didn't exactly have a plan B pre-planned. I was like, hook, line, and sinker. This is gonna make our fight half as difficult. Ooh. I have another idea. Yeah. It's worth a shot. I think. So the whole spores thing and the mushrooms doing all this stuff. It seems magic to Louie, so he's going to attempt to cast Dispel Magic at the reanimated corpse.
Which one?
The not giant beast sized one. This one.
All right. Dispel Magic.
Choose one creature, object, or magical effect within range. Any spell of 3rd level or lower ends automatically for each spell of 4th level or higher on the target. Make an ability check using your spellcasting ability. The DC equals 10 plus the spell's level. On a successful check, the spell ends. And I'm attempting to cast this on the mushroom, essentially.
So that would be 3 ability checks of 5th level, then.
Okay.
So give me the first one first.
Alright, so spellcasting is intelligence, that's +4. First one almost made it. First one is a 9.
Okay. So you said the DC is 10 plus the spell's level?
Yes.
So it'd be DC 15 to break any of these.
Alright.
So
Second
the
one
first one succeeds. The first one fails. The second one
is a 7.
Alright. Man, these are not great rolls for you, huh?
No. And
the
15.
third? Alright, the third one you managed to break.
Please tell me I didn't accidentally just make the sword useless.
No, what you did was you broke the animation of it, so the mushroom knight just kind of falls over.
Woo!
Just glunk.
Louis
Everybody
won,
hit him!
reanimated- Louis won, reanimated mushroom.
Goodfellas, this
0.
bastard! Alright, is that your turn then?
Yeah. I don't think
That was
there's anything else I
actually
can do.
pretty creative. I actually like that.
Thank you.
You made me
I
think on the fly.
Locke,
I
do you
was-
remember fire?
I was super prepared, honestly, for the possibility that, depending on how
You have
exactly
never
Dispel
known
Magic
fire.
worked, if there was a chance I might accidentally make the sword useless, which would be very not great.
All right, so now it is Fidget's turn. Fidget's movement is not great, so just
Also
gonna.
difficult terrain.
Yep, so it's gonna lumber 15 feet towards the edge, and it ends. It started and ended its turn in the spine. So how much damage does it take?
It's I
It's
think
every
2d4
space
per
that it
5
moves
feet.
through.
Oh,
Yeah,
2d4 for 5 feet.
Yeah,
But it's too simple-minded not to do. So it's start, turn, end turn, or move through it.
just moving through it.
Oh, just
Every
moving
time
through
it
it.
enters a 5-foot square.
All right, give me 64 then.
Alright. I don't have that many d4, but I'll do my best.
I can roll some if you want.
No, I'm good.
By the way, if
I
you're
remember
curious,
the before times.
if Polymorph was able to work, I was going to turn Fidget into a frog.
Frog.
So,
Froggy.
What?
out of curiosity,
Woggy.
I really like fucking Big the Cat for some reason.
That's
So
too
out of
You and no one else.
Yeah.
out of curiosity, Jay, if that would have worked and you turned it into a frog, would it just immediately turn back because it took damage from the thorns?
It would have had to move, so I would have had to look up a frog stat block and determine whether or not it would have moved.
I'm doing math here. Shush.
Need a calculator, honey?
Shut the fuck up.
Carry the 1. Take the cosine of the exponent.
13.
All right, 13 damage.
It moves at half speed right now, so that's the important part.
And it is just close enough. It's going to reach its hand out towards Louie. Give me a wisdom saving throw, Mr. McCracken.
Wisdom saving throw. Ooh, that is a 19.
You made it. Wow.
Ooh. He's more intelligent than wise, but not so unwise, I guess.
So you notice Fidget attempting to do something akin to a curse, but it doesn't seem to work. Lucky too. That's got like a recharge of 5 on it. So.
Question.
Yeah.
Whatever it attempted to do, is that technically a spell?
Yes.
That is in my staff now.
Here, I'll send it to you then.
Sweet.
Oh, is it in my book?
Yes, send it to you as well.
God, that staff is so badass. Because it's got properties of one of my favorite magic items, but then also better.
Alright, there you go.
Based on how the staff works, am I able to just discard a spell, by the way?
Yes. You could just it'll automatically pick up every spell and then get rid of the last one in it if you haven't used it yet.
If it
But
gets a
if
new
you-
one?
Yeah. Like if you see a new one. No, that's lame. If you see a new one, you can choose to replace it.
Okay, I can choose to replace it. Gotcha.
Yeah. Or you can keep the one you've got.
Okay,
I made these magical items up. I can make the rules.
cool.
But yep, that was Fidget the Flesh Golem's turn. So now we loop back around, and it is once again the Locke show. It's like the Brack show, but it's not funny. So the Brack show.
I was gonna say, what do you mean the Brack show was funny? What kind of weirdo are you?
I liked the Brack show.
I had
I don't
friends
even
that
know what
like.
the fuck that
Anyway,
is.
sorry. It's always the Locke show, whether it's my turn or not. And Locke is going to. Oi, Fidget. Why do you think you can beat us when you couldn't beat us in your own labyrinth? That's a casting of vicious mockery. Can I get a wisdom save, please? DC 16.
Ooh, her wisdom is not great anymore. I think it's like a 2.
It wasn't great before, you told us.
So that's 15 minus 4. That's 11.
All right, so that'll be 3d4.
A group of
5.
D4 is called a caltrops. 5 damage.
5 psychic damage, and it has disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
Don't know that it's going to get that far, but we'll see. Because it could hypothetically get to one of you guys, assuming you don't move.
Well, and then Locke, actually being the cocky bastard that he is going to step forward a little bit as he makes that insult.
All right, is that your turn?
And that will be turn.
I'm imagining Locke to be like Sonic the Hedgehog, but completely not likable. So Sonic the Hedgehog in Sonic 06.
So Shadow.
Oh yeah. Well, no. Shadow
you
is too
forget?
edgy. Shadow is too edgy.
Yeah, but think about Locke's sense of humor.
Where's that damn fourth labyrinth key piece?
Yeah.
I will gladly resign myself as being Big the Cat because I actually really love Big the Cat. I want to cosplay him one day.
Fucking.
Froggy!
It's Bryn's turn.
Oh fuck. Okay.
Wait, which one am I then? Fuck, am I Knuckles? I don't want to be Knuckles.
You are the kind of person, though, in the middle of a football game where somebody's trying to be uber weird about feminism to pull out actual legitimate feminism, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, but I'm also dumber than shit.
Yeah,
and
so
you're
Knuckles.
pretty big. I love you.
I would check my fingers to determine what direction is left. I do that all the time.
You do. You do it in front of me.
So what you're saying is
I've done it while driving.
So what you're saying is you're specifically Sonic Boom Knuckles.
Yeah.
Oh man, I can
You're
fly.
good Knuckles.
I can fly.
Oh, fuck
Not to
yeah.
be confused with Knuckles, a drinker of syrup.
You made me remember Flapjack, and for that, I'm gonna need you to make a wisdom save.
Crap.
Alright.
That's a joke. Don't actually do
I
it.
know for a fact that, like...
Good, I rolled a
where
9.
Honey, what's your fucking turn?
Fucking... So I'm gonna yank down my fucking, spike growth, because it's no longer really useful here. But it's enough to at least it was enough to at least keep her busy and take some damage. So now we're just gonna break out the heavy machine gun and the hunter's mark.
The ting goes.
I can't remember what my dice are for that. Let me go check.
You did that noise remarkably well.
Jay has experience in very strange fields that I'm not entirely certain why.
The field of onomatopoeia is strong with this one.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, where'd all the tokens go?
Okay, 3 bolts.
Uh-oh.
So it's the same.
Where did everything go?
Oh shit! I
Who
think
did that?
I didn't know I could click one of these buttons here. I didn't know what this was. I think I must have done something. I'm sorry.
Chev just clicking random buttons.
You should be able to press rewind.
Rainbow, you're one to talk.
Dan, press rewind.
I got an autosave.
Phew.
Oh sweet, there we go. Sorry.
And then everyone
Me,
died.
I guess.
What'd you get?
Okay, that's the only thing it
That
didn't
is a
say.
17 and a 19.
Uh,
I am firing at whichever one is nearest to me.
okay, so you're firing at the mushroom knight.
Yeah.
Both of those are gonna hit.
Oh, okay.
Reminder
I need a
that
lot
the
of
mushroom knight
D8s.
is collapsed in like a ragdoll.
Yeah, he's on the ground, so.
Oh, so I would have had advantage.
So that
Mike
You
would've had
not
advantage,
with-
but
not with
you
range. You
would've
would have
had-
had ranged has disadvantage on prone.
Oh.
Yeah, but he's not moving. I think I would have grayed out.
So, could you
Okay.
argumentally say, like, if you're like right next to them, that wouldn't be like the smaller target if they're prone?
The disadvantage on range is only supposed to apply if it's from a distance.
Yeah. Also, it's kind of like a mercy kill shot right now. Like Mushroom Knight's thinking of the rabbits right now. It's pretty hard to miss.
I do not have enough D8s. That's fine. I'll figure it out.
You want me to roll
Just,
some for you? I
sixes
can
now.
get my actual dice.
Just
No,
hold
I've
one
already
and
got
clone
my
it.
actual dice. I'm working on it.
Yeah, just clone your real life dice. It's easy. The world's a simulation
Oh.
anyway.
Fuck, I closed the...
Good, because it
Hunter's
will
Mark
take me like
tab.
2 minutes to get up and go find my dice and something to roll them in.
Again, I'm fine.
No, I'm saying good, because it will have taken me 2 minutes.
Okay. That's just a flat 1d6. Alright. That's 20. That's 12. So that's 32. Plus 30, I think? Because I fire 3 bolts and every bolt gets plus 5. And I fire twice because I have 2 actions.
Yeah, that's
So
30.
yeah, so it's just
62. Plus I get to roll a d6.
Holy.
Please actually stay on the thing. There. 64!
so that's almost his entire health bar.
You may have given me
Wow.
a broken weapon.
Well, to be fair, this guy is like CR5. So
Isn't he also technically a dragonborn, so I have advantage either way?
it's a colony of mushrooms, honey. You don't get advantage on the skeleton.
Fair enough.
But he doesn't move while being shot, so it just motionlessly takes all of the arrows to the side.
The system works.
He's still like
It-
drunkenly face down.
It just worked.
Fucking, you weren't in the server. In one of the other servers we're in, somebody posted a Todd Howard deepfake.
Oh yeah, that!
It's the worst thing I've ever seen.
I cannot wait for that to get reposted when fucking Elder Scrolls 6 gets announced. Like, gets
But,
dropped.
Regardless of deepfakes, he is
Nugget.
literally full of arrows now. And he's still on the ground. And it's Tower's turn. No, it's actually his turn. All right. So the spores are going to do their magic, and he's going to use his bonus action to become reanimated and stand back up. He's still got some fight in him. And he's going to see the Celestial, and he's going to go for it. All right, what is the Celestial's armor class?
That's a good question.
Well, I'm looking at it. 11 plus the spell plus 2, so that would be 19. That's a hell of an AC.
Well, unless he has any fire or electric type attacks, I don't think Celestial's going anywhere.
Oh man, he's been leech seeded.
Especially because he's been leech seeded.
Oh,
It's funny because technically it does look like he's being leeched by the mushrooms.
So he makes 2 attacks. First one, go gadget longsword. Ooh.
Now
gonna
is the go gadget race in this game.
Okay, that's going to be a 22 to hit, so it is going to hit. So damage time. Whoop. All right. So yes, that was a 1 plus 3, so it's going to be 4 damage. And the second attack. No. All right, so it takes 4 damage.
Nice. Next time it attacks, it can.
That was a
fully heal
big
up.
build up for a lot of very little.
Yeah, maybe I should have had this guy pack a bit. Well, the thing is that the actual threatening bad guy is over here. She's just standing there, menacingly. Anyway, so it's going to be Tower's turn now, and Tower's going to see that you guys have that handled, and he is going to run up to Fidget and attempt a couple of longsword strikes of his own. That's a natural 20. All right. Good job, buddy.
Beautiful. Good job, Tower.
Tower's pulling his weight.
And with that armor, that's a lot of weight.
It was an 8 and a
Oh.
5, and it rerolled into a 7 and a 7. So that's 13. It's going to be 13 plus 6. So, going to be 19 damage for the first hit. That'll hit, but not critically this time. This thing does not like rolling d10s. They get stuck all the time. And that'll be 8 damage for the second one, so that's going to be 27 total damage to the gargantuan monster.
Did you tell us Tower's weight with all of his armor and shield?
It's a fuck ton. I probably gave you an exact number like 3 weeks ago, but
I don't think you did.
I might have. And none of us remember it, but
Is he the weight of an armored truck?
The
probably
weight
not
is
that much.
current number.
His weight is equal to the weight of the Pokemon Aggron.
The weight is higher than yours.
Agron is a good boy.
It's like Gamagori in Kill la Kill. He's just bigger than he was in the last scene. But that's Tower's turn. So then it falls to Chev.
Okay. All right. So with the success of his last firebolt, he's going to do it again. Let's see. Oh, that's a natural 1.
Okay. Your firebolt goes haywire, and it hits the column, and nothing happens.
Oh, I did it so well last time. All right, and then he's going to try again, undiscouraged. 17.
17 on which target? It doesn't matter. It hits either of them. So which one are you going for? All right, the large one. Oh boy. I believe he's actually got a fire weakness.
And that is 25 damage. Holy shit. 9, 6, and 10.
Jesus. Yep, so he's taken quite a bit of damage so far.
Well, think I'm getting the hang of that? That's it for his turn.
Alrighty. And after Chev's turn, it is the Mushroom Pillar's turn. I've managed to regain some agency of the spores. Here, a tendril is going to reach out to Louie McCracken. What is your highest cost spell slot that you've expended?
6th level.
Okay, you get one of those back.
Oh, they've already expended. Sorry.
Yeah, that you've expended.
4.
Your highest level expended spell slot, you get one back.
Yeah, cool. Or thank you.
And then after that, it is going to be Rainbow's turn.
Alright, I'm going to cast the Toll of the Dead on the almost dying skeleton thing.
Yep, give me a hit roll.
It needs a wisdom save of 16.
Oh, he needs a wisdom save of 16. Historically, I've been pretty good at avoiding these. Not today, though. Don't even bother rolling damage. He had 1 hit point left. In this case, the Toll of the Dead kills all of the mushrooms at once, and the skeleton falls apart like the skeleton in Dragon's Lair.
Oh, nice.
How does the Skeleton and Dragon's Slayer
It's
fall
like
apart?
Dragon's Lair like in Dragon's Lair NES, where it just kind of like falls apart.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. Can you, anyway, not important.
Yeah, or like Ghosts and Goblins.
I also haven't seen that. It's not important. Let's move on.
It's not important. The skeleton falls over.
That's going to end my turn.
All right. It's now the Celestial's turn, but the knight isn't there. So, is it going to move over to the big boy?
Yeah. I want it to go like over the there if it can.
All right.
And it's gonna do the same attack it did last time. So that's a D20 plus 8. 11 plus 8. That's
That's 19.
19.
What's
Does
his
that
AC?
hit?
Yep, 19 will hit.
And let me see the damage. Well, I think it was like a one d10 plus 3. That's not a lot, but it's a hit, so it's 3. And
Say-
it's going to heal itself with 1d10. Is that plus anything? D10 plus anything? No. And it heals for 5.
Alrighty.
And that's its turn.
That would make it Bunsen's turn.
Alrighty. I was reading up on the options I had for the polymorph level 1 thing for myself, just studying up, I don't think any of that would be relevant. What happened to the sword, by the way? Does undead
The
mushroom
sword's
thing
kind
still-
of clattered to the ground,
where?
like where the corpse was.
You're gonna try to pick it up, aren't you?
The fist of the skeleton is still clenched around it.
Oh, gotcha. And the skeleton seems to be reanimating, right? Like each
No.
time
No,
that-
it's actually just sitting there right now.
No, I mean like it reanimates each time that's been its
Yeah.
turn.
Yeah, it'll reanimate on its turn, but
Oh, I thought it was dead.
well, it is dead. But it'll be a little less next time.
Dead is
Okay.
relative.
It's only mostly dead.
Yeah. I have an idea, but so I got two options. I got the slightly boring option and the slightly creative option. The slightly boring option is just doing Dispel Magic again, but this time on Fidget. The second option is creating an Earth Elemental and having it stand on the arm so it can't stand back up, at least not with the sword.
I'll go with creative.
What?
Go with
Yeah.
the
Well,
creative
one that is slightly boring only because I already done it.
Wait, which one do you think is the boring one?
The Dispel Magic because I've already done it.
Oh, yeah, I was thinking like the exciting one where you had the rock stand on the skeleton.
I mean, it's not
Uh,
exciting, but it's not doing just the same exact action again.
Yep. Do either one.
Yeah, I'm gonna try using Dispel Magic on Fidget.
All right. You're gonna need to give me one.
Hang on.
Yep, what?
I will cast it at 6th level.
All right.
When you cast a spell using a spell slot at 4th level or higher, you will automatically end the effects of a spell on a target if the spell's level is equal to or less than the level of the spell slot you use. So
Alright,
if the spell is equivalent to level 6 or less, it's an automatic failure.
All right. In this case, though, you're gonna need to make a DC 19 save.
Shoot. There goes my 6th level spell slot. Alright. No, it makes the save.
It makes the save.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Wait, no? No, I do.
I think
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
you make the save. You're the one trying to do something.
Well, a save is the target resisting
Yeah.
something.
No, the DM was right. I had to roll. That is an 11.
So what?
11.
So no.
Darn. I thought it might be a similar case with the skeleton where there are at least multiple rolls that could succeed on.
No, on this one, there's really only one going on.
Gotcha. Well, there goes my 6th level spell slot. I hope Mushroom Column can give that back maybe again.
But now it's Fidget's turn. Seeing that it's no longer encumbered by the branches, but seeing that it's got a fresh target right in front of it, it's going to hit the thing that last hit it, so the Celestial. So what is the Celestial has a 19 AC. So, first attack. This one has disadvantage, so you're right. Well, nat 1, so... Well, not much better on the second one, but... Nat 1, automatic failure. The first attack has it stumbling forward, forcing it to spend half its movement to keep itself from falling. But it does get a second attack on that one, and this time without disadvantage. It would be a 16, but still not enough to hit. And that's its turn. So it rolls back around to Cloak's turn.
So Locke is going to step to the side a little bit and draw his bow and take a shot at Fidget. That is a no. At which point Locke will, of course, not believing that anything could be his fault. Stupid fucking bow, never fucking works. And turn.
All right. So then it would go to Leaf's turn.
Alright. We've only really got one real threat right now, right? Like,
Yep.
very tangible.
You gonna hit that Gad again?
Well, one's down on the ground, right?
Oh yeah, he's skeletal. I just imagine like you know I keep motherfucking thing on me.
I guess my question is, who's the real threat here?
Probably
It's
the giant one.
probably
The giant one or the
big
pile
one.
of bones?
Yeah, we'll go with the big one. Yeet. That is 20 and 22.
They both hit.
Okay.
So
Oop. Oh,
Fidget's about to get riddled.
There's also the hunter's mark, so just want to really quickly drop that. So I have to do math again. All right. 14. That's 20. That's 32. That's 62.
Excuse me?
68.
All right. So you absolutely riddle the front of Fidget with arrows. You've squarely got her attention.
I don't have to reload.
And she reaches up with her arm and just kind of swipes down her front, snapping all of the arrow shafts off.
Oof. I am pretty sure she is mad.
A large roar confirms your suspicion.
Alright, next turn.
Alright, it is the Spore Knight's turn. So, primarily, it is going to spend on Resurrection! You gotta stop killing it with full meter, guys. So the Mushroom Knight is reanimated. So it's gonna go ahead and take a swing at Locke. Get him, buddy.
Bring it, you mycological horror.
Yeah, get his ass. Alright, that is a 23 to hit.
Yeah.
Whoop. That's gonna be 10 damage.
Reaction, uncanny dodge to kind of slide around and take a little bit less.
Have that damage?
Yeah.
But what are you gonna do about the second one? That's a 24 to hit. So
Yeah.
beam. And that one would be 7 damage. So that's a total of 12 damage.
Yep.
That damage is magical, by the way, in case that matters.
It does not.
It's a magic weapon, does magic damage. But that is the Spore Knight's turn. So we move on to Tower's turn. And he's just going to keep hacking away at the big monster. Like Captain Nemo in League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Terrible movie, don't watch it. Terrible role, too. I should stop talking about that movie. This is God punishing me for bringing up League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Hey, there we go. So that is going to hit. And the tower is going to hit it for a meaty 11 damage. Not bad. But that's his turn. And then it's Shev's turn.
All right. Well, he's going to cast Firebolt again. He's getting pretty confident with it. So that is going to be a 13 to hit this other guy here.
The big one?
Yes.
All right, that is not going to hit.
Okay. All right, and then he's going to try again. Does a 15 hit?
A 15 would not hit, no.
Oh, damn it! I thought I had this figured out. That's it.
All right, but now it is the Mushroom Colony's turn. Epitaph is going to say, all right, my plan is almost to fruition. It should be ready soon. Keep fighting, and that's all.
Don't suppose he wants to give me another spell slot back, does he?
Nah.
Fair.
You actually see it reach up and pull a book off the shelf and kind of pull it into the mass. And it's Rainbow's turn now.
All right, I'm going to cast Ray of Sickness, level 4, at the Fidget Spinner.
Okay.
22.
That'll hit.
That does 12 neurotic damage.
All right. You can see
Oh,
that.
I'm sorry, that's poison.
Okay. You can see that Fidget's kind of starting to look a little haggard. Like perhaps chunks of the flesh are starting to fall off. Very stinky.
That ends my turn.
Yep. After Rainbow comes Bunsen.
No, you're missing Celestial.
Oh yeah, the Celestial. All right. Fucking lay him out.
All right, let me see I saw like the walking and the flying speed somewhere. I can't see it again. Oh, there it is, 40 feet. All right. It's going to fly in the air about like halfway between me and Fidget. And then it's going to fly right down and it's going to do that hit.
All right.
And a swooping dive. So D20
right.
plus 8. Not very good roll. 4 plus 8.
4 plus 8. That is not going to hit.
All right, and that's going to end its turn.
Alrighty. And that
Let's say for kicks and giggles, it flew past them and went like there.
All right. So now it's going to be Louie's turn.
Alrighty. So you said it's looking pretty haggard, right?
It's looking kind of weak, yeah.
I think I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm thinking I might kind of just play this one straight. I'm gonna hit it with a Let's say, how much more is it for each? Gonna hit with a fourth level ice melt spell.
Ooh. Chilly.
Yes. So this is that's fourth level. I'm going to cast. Alright, so roll to hit, right?
Yep.
That is a 24.
Ooh. Roll for damage.
Alright. Okay, so that is 1 piercing damage for the knife itself. And as for the explosion, that is 5d6 damage. Or ice cold damage as well. So let me get 5d6 here. 2, 5. Not very good. Only 11.
12
So that's
damage.
12 total damage. Assuming he doesn't have resistance or vulnerability to cold or piercing.
Does not look like it, no. Nope. So it does take damage, and you can actually kind of see the chunk of frozen flesh in the center of mass that you managed to hit. Is that your turn?
Yeah, I guess.
All right. Let's get creative. So you said the Celestial landed over there. So I'm gonna attempt to grab it.
You are as a DM.
Bunsen.
Sorry.
Give me a strength saving throw from the Celestial Rainbow. It would be a D20 plus 3. And it'll be against my strength check here. So you'd need to beat 15. D20 plus 3.
15.
Would you hit 15?
Yeah, with the plus 3. It's 12 plus 3.
All right. Go ahead and give me a second one. This time it has to beat 14.
Oh, I got 16 plus 3.
Okay. So nothing happens that turn then. So back to the top, back to Locke's turn.
So Locke's gonna look down at his bow and, all right, you piece of shit. Are you gonna work this time? Draw back and take another shot at Fidget. That is a 15.
It's not quite gonna hit, no.
Every time, I swear. Turn.
Right, but now it is Leaf's turn.
Alright. Nat 20
Oh, Jesus
and a
Christ.
17.
Alright, he's dead. So, the absolute hail of arrows is just going to overwhelm Fidget, and Fidget is going to fall to the ground.
Woo.
And with a big, mighty thud.
Well, that worked.
Excellent job.
But our other friend is back up. So, Hunter's Mark on the other friend who's back up. Have fun next turn.
And it goes actually to his turn.
I'm gonna give you the saucy version of it too, so it's a level 2 one. You get 2d6.
All right, now it's time for now it's time for the second phase.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
no.
Do I actually want to do the second phase?
I mean, that's a question only you can answer.
Hmm.
We could do it another night.
Eh,
This has already been a
let's
pretty
just
long
do it this way. I'm just gonna go ahead and attack Locke again.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a 17 to hit.
Lock is. Let's see. That'll be a reaction, expending a use of Bardic Inspiration. I swear, I thought I told you, Mushroom. You have nothing. Rolling a d6. Subtract 5 from that.
Alright, that'd make it a 12.
Does not hit.
Alright. But he's got a second one.
Wait, you can use Bardic Inspiration to reduce the roll to hit on someone else?
Yes, it's cutting
Wow.
words with the lore bard.
That one is 19, though.
19 will hit.
That one he catches you on the back
So
swing.
you do have. So you do have a little something. Okay.
Catches you on the back swing for 10 damage.
I lied. The Hunter's Mark was on Locke. No.
That'd be doing us all a
That would've been
favor.
And
Funny.
Locke on the back swing will kind of roll with the blow. Not an actual roll.
Yeah.
Figurative. Uncanny dodge.
Alright,
Oh
so
wait,
5
no,
damage.
sorry, can't. Nope.
Yeah, you already
I'm sorry.
inspiration, didn't you? It's
I
fine.
did. Yep.
Not a huge deal.
So
And then after that, that's gonna be. Yeah, who's after the Mushroom Man? I believe that's Tower is. Tower's gonna walk up and he is gonna take a big swing. Couple of swings at this bastard. He's got good AC though. Yeah, that one's not gonna hit.
Are you sure, though? Could you check?
That one will hit.
Remember to add 2d6.
Alright, that'll be 5. That'll be 10 plus 2d6. Alright, that'll be 7. So
17.
17 damage. He's looking pretty rough going into Chef's turn.
So it's my turn then?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, so Fidget's still alive, right?
No, Fidget fell over and it is dead.
Okay, so
But
she's
at the
the
very
other
least
one.
isn't moving. There's about 30 fucking arrows in her forehead.
Okay.
Forehead.
Alright, well then
Shut
Rum is going to there's only one target left then?
Yep.
Okay. And just another firebolt for a 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay, and that is 20 damage. 7, 10, and 3.
Ooh. Yeah, he's kind of staggering around, almost like a Mortal Kombat, like, finish him moment.
Alright, then a second one.
Alright.
14 to hit.
Roll a second one. He roll with advantage this time. Because he's kind of incapacitated.
Okay. Worse.
Finish him.
12.
Alright. The second firebolt just narrowly misses.
Okay.
But the column says the column tells yells at Tower and Locke to move. Do you spend your you don't have a reaction left, do you?
I mean, it's
No.
still my turn, right?
Oh yeah, it's your turn. What do you finish with from?
Oh, I was just I thought you were saying I had to move out of the way.
No, it was talking to Rum. It was talking to Tower and Locke. I must have misspoke.
Oh,
I
you said
apologize.
Rum. Okay.
I think Tower would actually just pick you up and pull you out of the way,
Would he though?
Sure.
and the tendrils would reach up, grabbing the thing, and would move it towards Fidget, and they'd both kind of be enveloped in something for a moment, like a big
They're
old
mega
cocoon.
evolving?
It's a big old cocoon.
No, they're DNA digivolving, you dingus.
I love Cardcaptor Sakura.
You know, I saw my TV recommend that to me when I went to Disney XD today.
It's very good. I wouldn't watch the English version. I'd watch the Japanese version because the English version cuts around all the cool gay shit that's important to the plot.
Gotcha.
Spoiler: that show was intensely gay. One of the big cruxes of the original story was I'm buying Jay time, by the way. Was that one of the characters literally went, "Oh fuck, am I gay? Wait, no, I'm not. Does this mean I'm bi?" And that was like his whole story arc.
Wow.
What
That
show
was
is it?
Lee, one of the main characters.
What
Card
show is
character
this?
Sakura. Watch it in Japanese with subtitles. There's no other way to watch it. If you watch it in English, the English version is terrible. And just cuts around all the gay shit.
We need like a super gay friendly company to translate all
You mean
this.
Clamp? Oh wait,
is that-
no. Fuck no. You think I'm gonna say this now. Nobody's gonna be really good about that because Madoka got the same fucking treatment. Funimation's really, really bad towards shows like fucking Evangelion, which had its queer section in it. Like, none of these companies are gonna be good about it. And Funimation like to cut around gay shit specifically.
All right.
For,
So speaking of gay shit,
Hell yeah.
the cocoon bursts, and standing within it is a black dragonborn figure, standing about as tall as the corpse was, with the sword in her hands. Ah, that is much better.
And who are you?
I would be Epitaph. It was an interesting conundrum, but I figured that the fact that the flesh within Fidget would still retain most of my memories, thus it should be an easy transfer of the flesh plus the skeletal structure of the magically enhanced skeleton, the sword keeping it together. It seemed to have worked pretty well.
Well, it's
I'm
nice
now
to
able
finally
to
meet
stand
you.
before you.
It's finally
As
nice to meet you in person, Graph.
we'll work on it. Regardless, I would suggest we leave.
Does she have the sword?
Yes, the sword is in her hand.
Before we leave, we have a lot of books in here, right?
Yes.
About all sorts of things.
He's gonna
Almost
ask you if you have something about gold.
How did you know?
I have countless tomes on gold.
Do you have any about transmutation or conjuration of gold? I've been working on that for decades.
I have a few over this way here. As your reward for saving me, I should say. And she would reach her hand out, and mushroom tendrils would reach out and grab a couple of tomes off the shelves. They're written in a language long dead, but if you can find someone proficient in these ancient languages, they can more than likely reveal to you the secrets.
Oh,
so
excellent. Thank you. Thank
she
you
still
very
has-
much.
Okay.
This was a language I was not quite able to properly learn in my time. I had not gotten to that section of the library yet. It is nigh infinite.
So she still has mushroom powers?
The mushrooms in her are still bonded, but she's attained a physical form.
Were you at least able to identify what the language might be?
It appears to be some very early form of Elvish, far older than any dialect currently spoken.
So are you able to leave this place now?
I should be able to, considering that I have my own 2 feet to walk
All
on.
right, let's go.
There is a matter of opening the door to the outside, but she looks at the sword in her hand. I believe I have a solution for that now.
Then let us get going.
Indeed we shall.
We have a time limit with how long funeral will be held captive.
I will finally get an opportunity to confront my imprisoner. She would walk up to Tower. As for you, you and her have a history, do you not? Tower just turns away. Worry not. We shall find a way. Today is the first day of my new eternity, and I shall walk towards it, finally able to see the sun.
We don't have time for you to walk. Let's run.
Indeed. Here. And she would move towards the large gate that is sealed shut. This gate is sealed shut by a type of magic that I was initially unfamiliar with. However, I do believe that as this blade acts as a form of catalyst, and she would swing it, and a big kind of bluish green wave of energy would blow the door open. There we go. We should be able to reach the surface from this way. I assume this is the way you came.
Yep.
All right. So we have rescued Epitaph, the last firstborn. We have defeated the labyrinth, and we have unbound the sword from Funeral's mortal form, apparently.
Sort of.
So where will our...
Technically, the mortal form is just being repurposed, I guess.
So, I believe this is a good opportunity to take a stop.
Yeah.
So,
I'm
we'll
in.
see you guys on the next Chevcast production. I don't know which one is broadcasting next.
Celestial Crisis this Saturday.
Yeah. But we'll see you then. And have a good time until
Good night,
then.
everybody.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Night.
Goodbye.
Bye.